Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. I wanted to go ahead and make a video. Let me first turn up my mic real quick so I could hear myself. I wanted to make a video really quick answering a really awesome question I got in my comments on the channel. And the last video I posted here was where I was talking about if Society6 is actually still worth it. And of course, you guys know, I believe not only is it worth it, but it's the best time to actually get into it is now, because it's kind of like literally going back in time in Society6, because like I said, a lot of the designs are wiped out. The Society6 holds still the same name from a customer standpoint, and so it's an opportunity for us. With that being said, I want to answer a question. Somebody asked me, is it still worth it to upload to the free tier on Society6? You know, is it still worth it? I think their word-for-word question, I don't know what it was exactly, but I think that was pretty close to it, word for word. I think he says, let me see here. Do you think it's pointless to upload to the 10 design tier and stay with the free tier? That's what he said. Do you think it's pointless? I don't think it's pointless at all. You know, there's some people here listening who might want to get started in Society6. Maybe they want to test it out. They're not sure, you know, what to do, or maybe they want to see how it could go. Absolutely. Take a look at the free tier. Test it out. Upload your 10 designs. There's no reason why you shouldn't. You know, it's a free tier, all right? Are you going to get a lot out of it? Maybe not from an income standpoint, but just because you're not going to get a lot out of it doesn't mean that you shouldn't try it out. You know, I look at things in a way of, you know, if it doesn't hurt, why not? Give it a shot. It's experience that you're gaining. You know, I think it's important to always look into a positive angle of things. And the way you should look at it is, you know, I'm learning. I'm learning when I upload something. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, always something that's going to make you a ton of money or get you rich really quick. It's something that you can test and you can learn. With that being said, when I replied to the person, I said to them, and I'll read you guys the answer word for word. I said, I don't think it's completely pointless. To be 100% honest, will it make you tons of money? Most likely not. In fact, there's a 98% chance you won't make over $1,000, but it could generate a little pocket change, like an extra $40, $50 a month. Sure, I don't see why not. It all depends on your goals and why you accept it is satisfactory or not. So if it, essentially, what I'm really saying here, to expand on that, is it depends on your goals as an individual, as an uploader, right? Like for me, I know what my goals are. My goals are, and I've said this in the beginning of the, you know, prior to 2024, I said, when I think it was November 1st, I said, I want to generate off print on demand $40,000 a month, every month. I want it to be relatively consistent. And as you guys know, in order for me to do that, I need to upload a lot, right? For that to be my base. Now, is it for some people crazy number? For sure, you know, but I believe in shooting as high as you possibly can. And even if you miss the goal, even if you miss the mark, so what? You missed, but you're still doing better than if you set your goal much lower, right? And everybody's different. But this is why I say in the comment, in the answer, I said, it all depends on your goals and what you accept is satisfactory to you. So if you're the type of person, you're just trying to make $300 total on all print-on-demand sites combined, there's nothing wrong with going with the free tier. You know, a little bit of designs here, a little bit of designs there, some on Redbubble, some on TeePublic, some on Society, 10 designs on Society6, going with the free tier. Can't harm you. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm not the person who's going to tell you something negative and say, you know, if you don't want to go hard, stay home. That's not my outlook on life. You know, I think everything starts small and it expands. You can start off with the free tier. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And like I said, are you going to make a lot of money doing it? Probably not. You know, it's a free tier. You might make a few sales here and there. I threw out the number. I said, you know, are you going to make, like, let's just say a maximum of $40 to $50 a month, right? It's still not that bad. It's a little money here and there, so it's not that bad. You know, I look at anything as positive. And I've said this before. People ask me before. They say, what's the point of uploading designs to Redbubble when I'm not making any sales? What's the point? You know, I've said this before, but When you're uploading constantly, you're not just uploading. What you really are is you're gaining something. You might not be gaining money, but you could be gaining skill. You could be gaining talent, right? You're learning how the platform works. You're exercising your mind to work a certain way. There's nothing wrong with that. You're gaining something from there. It might not always be monetary, but you gain a lot of experience. When I was starting my very first business, right, and I was working tirelessly day and night, day and night, day and night, and I don't want to retell the story because I told it before many times, but spending all day, not going to sleep, pulling all-nighters twice a week for about 3 years. When I was doing those things, maybe I wasn't making a lot of money, but I had gained a lot of experience. And eventually, after a long enough period of time, my experience started to finally translate into output, and that output became money. But it didn't happen right away. It took a long time for that to happen. So gaining experience, doing things, especially experience that doesn't harm you, there's nothing wrong with this. Maybe in a different situation in life, if somebody asked me, should I do this and get no benefit, maybe I would say no. And once again, if that was in a different situation, but this is not that. This is perfectly safe. Society6, you're uploading designs. It's not a life or death situation. There's no reason why you shouldn't. It's not completely pointless. And you got to stop looking at things that way. Don't look at things in a way where something is going to be completely pointless. It could only benefit you. It might not be tangible results. It might not be direct results, but it's definitely indirect results. And that's the way to look at things, I think, is having a positive outlook not only help inspires and motivates you, but it also, is the reality of things. You're gaining knowledge, you're gaining experience. The more you upload, the more you do, even if you just upload one single item. A lot of people say, one is nothing. No, one is one. It's not nothing. It's not 100. It's not 10. It's one. So every brick that you build on building this empire that you have counts as one brick. And every brick counts. That's the whole important thing. If I had a kid right now and I was teaching them how to save money, I would teach them every penny that you say. I would say every penny, not every dollar, not every $10, not every $100. Every penny counts. In the same way, with this designing, I would say the same thing. Every design counts. You can design a design today that might generate you $10 a month, $100 a month. You never know where it could go. It's very important to look in that way, in a positive way. So is the free tier worth it because it only has a design limit of 10? Absolutely. Is it pointless? Absolutely not. Hopefully this video was helpful in that kind of way, because I don't want you guys to look at things in a negative way. All right? Now, with that being said, when you're uploading, the next thing you want to focus on is if it's showing up in the search. So with Society6 specifically, this is not with all platforms, but with Society6 specifically, you want to see if your art is showing up in the search. It's very, very important, because even if you're uploading one design or 10 designs or 2 designs, you want to make sure that your artwork has a presence in the search. See, yes, you're gaining experience when you're uploading, but you also need that upload to be worth something financially. You're not going to get paid unless the art is being seen in the marketplace. So if I go to Society6 right now, right, well, let's go ahead and do this. Society6 right now, and I search for something like a King Cobra design, right? If I search for King Cobra, and let's just say I'm looking to buy a wallpaper, or whatever the case may be, these are designs that all appear in the search. However, right, because they appear in the search, I'm able to access them. There's probably a lot of designs from all different types of uploaders who, unfortunately, their artwork is not shown in the search. And I ran an experiment on Society6. I tested well over 100 images, and I tested them to see what it takes to get into the search. And of course, I had uploaded way before then, and I had my kind of premonition. I had my ideas, my hypotheses on what can be uploaded, what can't be uploaded to get the best results possible. And I kind of did an experiment where, like, the first 100 plus uploads were, I was doing things wrong on purpose. And then the last 2 uploads I created, I did them correct on purpose as well. And the last 2, right, within a period of weeks, were live on the search. I could actually search for them and find them. but the other designs, all the other designs that I had created, were not in the search. And I had done the I guess you could say the process of uploading. I don't want to talk too much because I mentioned this in the lesson. In fact, this whole lesson, appearing in search on Society6, I spent an hour and 6 minutes, 66 minutes total, teaching about this experiment that I was running. In fact, I don't know if I say it here, but I ran experiments on thousands of uploads. And like I said, the experiments that I know what works was in the beginning. When I had the accounts that were uploading and everything was fine, I started to look deeper into things when people started telling me their work is not being shown. And so I said to myself, okay, what would a beginner do in terms of uploading? And I started doing that. And I noticed that my work wasn't being shown as well. And this was over a period of months. So when you're uploading, you want to make sure that your work is being shown in the search. And in fact, anybody here listening to this today, if you have a Society6 account, go. Search in the Society6. Search if your work is being shown. If it's shown, great. I mean, you passed. I mean, that's amazing, right? You have the ability now to generate traffic for the work that you haven't, that you have uploaded, that you have. For if you're one of those people where your work is not being shown, there's a problem there. Now, the good thing about Society6, and this is the very good news, is that just because your work is not being shown, that does not mean your whole account is written off or shadow banned. Absolutely not. This is the good thing. Like I said, in other platforms, that might be the case. Like for TeePublic, for example, if one design of yours is being shown in the marketplace, then all of your designs are going to be shown. You know, assuming that you obviously add tags and things like that. But in TeePublic, if any design is not being seen, all of your designs are not going to be seen. That's just the way the platform works. It's kind of like they have to approve you into the marketplace. That's not the way things work with Society6. They go on a design per design basis, and there are things you could do that can influence being shown into the marketplace. And like I said, I have a whole lesson on this in the members area. You guys can check it out. And for everybody who is interested in Society6 or other kind of lessons in the members area, you guys can click on this. We have 208 members so far in the members area. We have free and we have paid content. In fact, I'm actually going to release a new email soon. I don't like to spam you guys. You guys could see here, my last email was 2 weeks ago. But we got some free content right here. So this is a free, this is free, this is free. So, you know, we got some free content. We also got some paid content. But appearing in the search is very important if that's what you're going to kind of tackle. But like I said, the good news is with Society6 is that your whole account is not shadow banned. I want to repeat that. Your whole entire account is not shadow banned when you upload designs that are not being shown. It is, from what I have seen, on a design per design basis, okay? And not only were the two designs in my experiment that I did purposefully on that same account, that all the works were not being shown, that I did it properly, okay? Those designs ended up getting sales later. In fact, one of the designs just recently had like a $9 sale, and the other one had like a $3 sale. Excuse me, I was going to say 13, but no, it was like a $3 sale total. It was like $3 something cents, something like that, and the other one was like $9 something cents. So, what my point is, and everything that I'm trying to say here is that, you know, you can upload, of course, if you end up expanding to these larger design limits, make sure, once again, your work is being shown. If your work is not being shown, there's a reason behind that. If you email Society6, they'll tell you, you know, we have a complex algorithm. We're not going to tell you what it is. We're not at liberty to disclose what it is, but we do this to preserve our community and make sure all the customers are safe. Basically, right, it's an algorithmic thing that you can kind of bypass. And like I said, I've shown it in the lessons here, specifically in this lesson. But I'll leave this lesson in the link in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, it's definitely not a waste to tackle any kind of tier. It doesn't matter what it is, and everybody has to start somewhere. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Keep spreading some positive energy, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.